Hello there, YouTube. My name is Scott, and I just got around to watching She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, Season 3, Episode 6, the season finale. And yes, it was better than Episode 4, which I thought should have been the season finale, but anyway. So Dora starts off by sneaking into Bright Moon because she's trying to find Glimmer and Bow. And of course they're there, but this is a messed up reality, so Bow is an apprentice historian instead of being a warrior, and King Micah is alive. And he uses a truth spell on Adora when she gets captured, because obviously she gets captured. And she explains everything, but they don't believe it. I mean, it's a pretty far-fetched story, because, she's talking about him being dead, and there being a thing called the Horde, which there wouldn't be since the Fright Zones disappeared before this. But Glimmer knows that her dad has never cast a truth spell wrong. And her and Bow talk to Adora, and they realize that something's going on too. So they have to make an escape from Bright Moon, which basically disappears right after them, taking King Micah with it as Queen Angela flies off. The trio goes to Drill to find Entrapta because she knows about portals. And she explains that the sword is inside the portal powering this whole thing that's destabilizing reality. And somebody needs to go in and remove the sword, but they won't be able to come back. And Drill starts disappearing around them, and Entrapta explains it's because since Adora, is She-Ra and connected to the sword, the portal is centered on her, and it keeps coming to find her. So, a time jump or two later, the Best Friends squad find themselves at the beacon, which is where the beginning is, because that's where Adora came through as a baby. She sees Mara and Glimmer and Bow disappear, and she's about ready to be swallowed up by the light, but along comes Catra, and she's been weirdly affected by the light. Like, part of her is just straight up black, or darkness. I'm not sure. And they fight, flipping through various places in this reality. I can't remember what happened. Oh no. They fight to the point where all of reality is just a flat plane surrounded by pink-white light, and while that's slowly disappearing, Adora manages to fight Catra off, but she falls into this whiteness. But Queen Angela, of all people, swoops in to save her, and when Adora explains what happens, Angela makes the sacrifice to remove the sword and save reality. And everything doesn't go immediately back to normal. You get a shot of the lab room where everybody was, and things start getting sucked toward the portal, but then they stop, and She-Ra comes out, and everything winds up back to normal after that. Hordak and Catra manage to escape, but, her and Adora share this whole "this isn't over" moment. And then it's time for what would be a happy reunion at Bright Moon with all the princesses, but for two things. One, Glimmer has to be told that her mom isn't coming back because she's now trapped between realities. So everybody shares a sad moment at Bright Moon instead. Two, I couldn't help but wonder, they didn't mention what happened to Entrapta. She just got knocked out in original reality, and if the destruction of the portal and the collapse of the lab is what just happened, then she is presumably buried under rubble somewhere. She's resourceful enough, she'll find her way out, but still. And then, of course, there's the final problem. Hordak Prime gets a signal that, I guess, Hordak 2, I guess we can call him, must have managed to send. And now he knows where Etheria is, and he's most likely on his way. It's shaping up to be interesting. I kind of figured she wasn't going to take the sword herself, Adora, if that meant she'd be stuck between realities, because we got 2 more seasons of this show to go. But to see a full-on Horde army attack Etheria, this is going to be a challenge and a half to get through. And, well, we'll see what happens next time.